Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's having a great start to their day. We're here to do the daily reading, and we've got the Sacred Destiny Oracle. And without further ado, let's just jump right in. So, I'm going to put my banner up here for entertainment purposes only. All my readings are general reads, which means that if it resonates, then claim it. And if it doesn't, leave it behind. I aim to provide some gentle guidance, some food for thought, perhaps give you a little bit of pep in your step. Just something to help you navigate through your day. That's the goal. It is a beautiful day here, by the way. And I've got Charlotte, who was just on my lap, who jumped off, and Quincy is sitting beside me. The sun is shining, the birds are chirping. It's lovely. This card has fallen out, so we're going to hold it there. Let's see what Spirit has for us for today. So we need 5 cards. I love the backs of these cards. So, the card that fell out was openness. And I'm going to leave that out because I want to see if that sort of influences this message in any way. So our first card is, this spells out daily, by the way, if I didn't say. Our first card is the D, right? This is our desired outcome. What do we want? And we've got potential. Now, we're starting a new month, and I think that whenever we start a new month, at least for me, more often than not, I want to start the month off, in the best way possible. So I see it as possibilities, right? This is the time to implement change. This is the time to streamline things. This is the time maybe to course correct, or, to sort of fix whatever I think I need to sort of focus on. It feels like that kind of energy to me, in terms of, it's a new day, it's a new week, it's a new month, right? That kind of vibe. Our next card is the action, right? So how can I sort of step into that? It's great to think that, today is going to be a great day and all things are going to be good. But how do we keep that momentum going, especially in a world that is filled with chaos and uncertainty and, like a constant 24-hour-a-day news cycle that is just, let's face it, scary, right? How do we do that? We've got the truth. This is your truth. The thing that grounds you, the thing that centers you, the thing that makes everything sort of feel aligned for you. This isn't about other people or outside things or influences. This is strictly about you. How do you operate at your best 100% sort of capacity, right? Because if you want to embrace this concept of operating in a way where you are looking for all of the opportunities and possibilities, you want to be open, then you have to come from a place of truth, right? You can't sort of fake that. You can't go into that in a way of thinking about, well, you know, if I do half, then I'm going to get a whole result, if that makes sense. Our next card, intuition. You know, what's my gut saying? We've got freedom. I think that so many people think of change as restrictive and sometimes even fearful, impossible, right? Like, oh, just when I thought I had it all figured out, now I'm supposed to change everything. How am I going to do that? And we sort of, get on that hamster wheel. Oftentimes, we're not open to the idea that if we just shifted slightly, in one direction or the other, that the potential is there that everything could be aligned, which is the truth, right? Therefore, we are feeling more free because we're not restricted or constricted, right? Now we're not working within those small sort of confinements, right? Because potential, open. It's interesting, isn't it, how spirit shows up and guides. Our next card, the lesson, right? The lesson to be learned. How am I growing? What's the wisdom that I'm gaining here? Or where can I sort of take and bring forward? We've got enlightenment. Oh, enlightenment. You don't have to be on a spiritual journey. You don't have to have any kind of relationship with a higher power, per se. What you need to do, in my opinion, is believe in yourself. Be open. See potential, possibility, opportunity. Stand in your truth. You do what puts you at and feeling like you are firmly planted on the ground and you feel that solid foundation under you, where you strive every day to do your best and to feel your best. You are kind and compassionate. You operate with a smile. You navigate with grace and gratitude. Because all of those things are not only a way of approaching life on the daily, but it is also a mind shift as well. You all know that I have anxiety panic disorder, and you all know that I am well aware of and work very hard not to reside in negativity. I did not know that choosing to be happy, choosing that grace and that gratitude, choosing to be open, choosing to see things for an opportunity and potential as opposed to an obstacle or oh, what am I going to do now kind of attitude. I didn't know that that was an option for me because I couldn't see my way out of it. It took a lot of support, a lot of therapy, a lot of guidance. But when that all starts to fall into place, that's the enlightenment. It's when it all starts to make sense. To simply put it into words, I would say that it is the moment that you realize and recognize that there is an easier way to do things. There is an easier way to just go about your daily life, and that is seeing the joy, the blessings, instead of being upset and stressed and fearful and negative. It takes a lot of work to implement that for some people like myself. But once you have this, once you experience this, that's the possibility. And that possibility, once it's shown to you, is a beautiful gift because you know that it's possible. And again, I'm going to repeat myself like a broken record. It's possible that if you are open, that you will see potential, that you can finally live in your truth, and you will feel the freedom. The freedom is the freedom from that restraint and that thing that like holds you down, right? All right. Our last and final card, your truth. How do I stand in my power? Now we've got stillness here. I want you to really look at this swan and think about, how majestic they are as they glide across the water. We all know that they are gliding across the water looking beautiful and, majestic, and their feet are moving 1,000,000 miles a minute, allowing them to do that. But the picture of the graceful, majestic looking swan sort of defying gravity and just floating across the water. That's the image of your truth. The action behind this card in the stillness is that moment when these two things, what's above the water and what's below the water, work hand in hand with each other to create that magnificent sort of imagery. Just look at that for a minute. Beautiful. So I hope that was helpful. I hope that you have a fantastic day, and I will see you when I see you next. And until then, I wish you many, many blessings. Mwah. Bye for now.